Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All that we have to recognize as spiritual practice is there are two lights here in this hall. The light that we see is reflected light, and the light that we do not see is the nascent light, which is not within the purview of our vision. Therefore, should we say that there is no light? Same way, what we experience as the world or as we as somebody, we are the reflected one. Reflected consciousness is the soul. Without the electrical energy, bulbs cannot. But because there is electrical energy and there is no bulb, so what to do? Then put that electrical energy in a man. We need work like a bulb. See? So we require a proper instrument through which only the electrical energy can express as a light. If this is clear, same way, the nascent, pure, conscious, blissful existence, put it in the place of electricity. Now, what is the shape of electricity? What is the size of electricity? What is the weight of electricity? None. But the same electricity gives the existence to the shapes. See? Exactly the same way. Pure, conscious, blissful existence, when it is able to reflect, the reflection is again of two types. One reflection is like you can see my face. What you are seeing is not my face, but the light reflected on my face. So first, electricity reflected in the bulb as light. Then that bulb light is reflected on my face. So what you are seeing is only the reflected light, not my face. But what happens? Our attention goes only to the shape, the form, the colors. Exactly the same way, pure, conscious, blissful existence expresses through the inert world as mere existence. And the same pure, conscious, blissful existence expresses as life. So where is the problem? Problem is the instrument through which the consciousness is reflecting or manifesting. Now after the life is manifested, then again the light of life is again reflected. See? Then where it is reflected? It is reflected in the form of mind. Life is undivided, but this undivided life becomes as if divided because our attention is on the individual bodies. But technically speaking, life is same. See? Hunger, thirst, anger, frustration, joy, sorrows, same. But what happens? We are so much obsessed with our body identification that my life, your life, samsara begins. Now, after this life is limited to a particular body, thereafter that life gets identified with that body, and that identification with a particular body by the life is called as mind. Understand the steps? And once the life is reduced to the individual mind, thereafter that mind will think only in relation to that body. And from there onward, individuality, I versus you, begins. Now go back. So, we get tired of living in this relative world, I versus you, this versus that, and any action done for a longer time, you get tired. So, be attentive. Body never gets tired. It is the mind which gets tired. So, when the mind gets tired, what it will do? Like what we do. All our ammas, they carry the old doll on their shoulder. So it is so heavy because it contains 3 generations contents. Naturally, when they go anywhere, the first thing is unload. See? Now be attentive. The purse is on the shoulder. Where is their head? That is also on the shoulder. Do we get tired? Come on, try it. No. See? So we get tired of body identification. The mind gets tired of body identification, and the mind gives up the body identification. That is deep sleep. In deep sleep, the individual mind dissolves in the total mind called as the life or reflected consciousness. Understand? And therefore, in deep sleep, there are no issues of I versus you, rich versus poor, man versus woman, achievement versus failure. Because in the life principle, there are no differences. If this principle is clear, then we will be able to understand. When I say, I am disturbed, I have achieved, I am failure, who is this I? So this I is Kartrutvadin Buddhi Dharman Spurtakhyam Cha Atma Rupatam Dadad Vimati Purataha Abhasaha Ato Brahmo Bhavet. So, it is the light of the electricity or the energy of the electricity and the coil of the bulb together create light in a filament. So, filament is inert, the glass of which the bulb is made, that is also inert. The cathode anodes where from the electricity is coming in the filament, they are also inert. But everywhere, electricity does not express as light. Only in the filament. In the same manner, consciousness is everything. Everything is in consciousness. But consciousness reflects as sentient factor and therefore inert mind becomes sentient. And when the inner mind becomes sentient, it is called as somebody. That somebody is called as Abhasa or the Jiva, and it is Brahma Bhavet. It is an illusion. So when we switch off the bulb, where the light goes? When we switch on the bulb, where from the light comes? Now we do this experiment. We sit in the car, we switch on the car. Who is born? Horsepower. So HP1, we switch off. Where the horsepower is gone? Switch on. Again, horsepower born, HP2. Switch off, gone. Do it any number of times. And a question, H1 is equal to H2 is equal to H3 is equal to H4. Where they have gone? They have gone nowhere because they were nowhere. But this horsepower alone makes the vehicle move. And what is the vehicle? The engine, which is inert iron, and the petrol, which is the source of energy. Only petrol cannot move the car, only engine cannot move the car. It is the horsepower, which is an amalgam of these two factors. See? If this is clear, exactly the same way, our mind or intellect, in which is reflected consciousness as life, and this life with reference to individual body is called as the mind or the jiva, and it is the jiva who is living. So the jiva is, in the example of car, what is called as horsepower, the jiva is the donkey power in human being. Can you change, improve the horsepower? Yes, change the car. If you want to change the donkey power, leave this body, get another one. My friends, when this principle is clear, you can never be miserable. See? Principle of horsepower is same in all the cars. And the best part is, there neither you see the horse nor the power. Same way, the donkey power which makes us move in this world. See? Therefore, friends, this ego, the jiva, has no existence. When an accident happens, car broken or petrol exhausted, will that horsepower die? It cannot die because it doesn't exist. Therefore, neither the body dies, because what is the body? An khichdi of 5 elements. So when the body dies, 5 elements go back to the source. So neither the body dies, nor the jiva dies because it doesn't exist. Think. When we come to this, then we understand there is nothing to be taken seriously in life. Therefore, life is a time pass. Don't become terribly serious in the world. We become serious because we take as if it is real. No. And once we understand this, the jiva is abhasa, only a wrong understanding. So, delusion is in our mind The result of the delusion is illusion outside. What is the delusion? I am body, I am lucky, I am unlucky, I am fortunate, I am unfortunate. Delusion. Result, illusion outside. Nobody likes me. See, friends, therefore, this Kutastha Chaitanya is our essential nature. Do not become unnecessarily serious about anything in life. Life is just a time pass. Play your role so perfect. Others should feel that you are really a king, but only on the stage. Afterwards, go home on a bicycle with this vegetable pie, and then the wife will scold you. Did you get the chilies? No. How many times I told you? Listen silently. There also a play role. The whole life is only a big drama. Don't become serious unnecessarily. But no, I have to do meditation. Somebody will realize. I guarantee he will never realize. Oh God, you are cursing me. No, not cursing. That is the natural state. See? का बुद्धि कोयमाभासः को वात्मात्र जगत् कथम इति अनिर्णयतः मोहः सोयम संसार इष्यते. When we do not know anirणयतः, what? का बुद्धि, what is the meaning of intellect? कोयमाभासः, what is the meaning of reflection of consciousness in the thought of the intellect? को वा आत्मा अत्र, who is the one who is the experiencer? Jagat katham, where from the world has come? When these factors are not known, this delusion is called samsara. How simple it is. It's not difficult. So we have to begin from where we have to start. Whenever you are disturbed, who is disturbed? First. Then you will come to know at the root of the disturbance there is somebody. Now why that somebody is disturbed? Because that body has given importance to something. So what will be spiritual practice? Whatever we have given undue importance, that becomes the source of disturbance. So we draw from there. How do we draw? Are we here in this world to clear the mess of the world? No. We are here for a time pass. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. See, I don't know if I told you this event. One elderly person in Kerala, in Calcutta, I happened to be with him in somebody's house. I was also his guest, he was also guest. That time I was young. And this man was 80 not out, 85 not out. So when we were sitting in the morning for breakfast, he asked me, what do you do? I said, I do nothing. Why you are here? I said, for Gita talks. Do you think your Gita talks is improving the world? I said, no. Then why are you? If I can sustain without taking food, I will stop talking. But Papi paid ke liye. Only for my hunger I eat talk, give them lecture, nothing else. He said, do you think people will improve? I said, no, they will not improve. I don't want them to improve. If they improve, my market will go. Do you know the prayers of the doctors? Sarve bhavantu rogina. Then only they survive. Therefore, then I have to ask him out of courtesy, Babaji, I am sorry, I don't know anything about you. Can you please tell me? If you want to make any old man happy, ask about him and don't listen. They'll kill you. See? So I did that. So he started. Big story. When I was in my early 20s, I was in the college, but that time Quit India movement became very strong, and I was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave. Then I went to them, they said, leave this education and all that, go to Northeast India and make them aware of our Fit India movement. Go and do some seva there. So I left everything, my education, I went to Nagaland. And last 30, 40 years, I have been working day and night with such beautiful institutions and for them, but now the same people are after my life. And therefore I came here. So I was listening. By then, the bitterness has reached the acme. And out of bitterness, he said, this world is like a tail of a dog. In Hindi they say, Duniya kutte ke dum hai. When that bitterness comes, I don't like bitterness. So I said, Babuji, you know, the beauty of the dog is because of the crookedness of the tail. Imagine a dog with a tail like a dish antenna. Will it look beautiful? The world is beautiful as it is. Now why this happened? Because I did so much for the world and they are after my life. Who asked you? See friends, anything which will create regrets in our mind, anything that will create a guilt in our mind, anything that will create an arrogance in our mind, we are samsari. See? Because I is there, I have done this, I have done that, suffer, nobody can help you. See? So, ka buddhi, what is the meaning of intellect? We have to understand this. Then, koyama bhasaha, who is this miserable entity? Kova atma atra, what is our essential nature? Jagat katham, where from the world has come? Iti anirnayataha, where we do not know about this, that is more. See? What is worthy of knowing in this world? See, so many things we know which are what is not required at all. See? What is the age of Xi Jinping? We don't know. Does it make any difference? What is the population of South Korea? No. Makes no difference. What difference makes is, do you know who you are? That only we don't know. So what is worthy of knowing that we don't know, and what is unwanted, that garbage we collect in our mind. Therefore, live life lightly. One child was fed up of his parents. Parents make the life of the children miserable. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. They are constantly giving upadesh. So, his parents told, my dear child, where you are unwanted, you should not go. He heard. And then instead of going home, he was loitering in the garden somewhere. So, some people, hey, you are not going home? No. Why? My parents told me. What? They told, where you are unwanted, you should not go. Therefore, I will not go. How beautiful it is. Live in that lightness of life. All the time, Gambhirananda. See, so many have come and gone. What difference is made? See? Bhagavan Ram came and went. Jagjivan Ram came and went. Krishna came and went back. He could not protect his own Dwarka. See, Maharaj, therefore recognize you cannot improve illusions. You cannot change illusions. You cannot destroy illusions. You cannot use illusions. You can enjoy illusions. Don't we enjoy the rainbow? Have you seen a circular rainbow like the sun? Any one of you? I have seen. See? Once I was going to probably in Ireland, and from the flight, I sit normally, necessarily near the window. So required I can get down. So when I was looking outside with my camera in the hand, I saw the sun rays falling on the clouds, and there was such a beautiful sun rainbow there. Ah, so beautiful. So if you want to see the circular rainbow, go up. If you want to discover the joy of life, rise above. Otherwise, all the time, this world has always been like this. Don't waste your time. So, if you want to get out of samsara, this is the way. And what is the meaning of samsara? Samsara is samsarati iti samsara. That which is subject to constant change is samsara. Take any definition and work on it. That which is constantly changing is samsara. Now find out what is changing. Start from outside and come to yourself. Once I was in Calcutta, went to some Marwari family, and the moment I entered their beautiful Bhagwan Krishna's temple, everything. So did Namaskar Chamakta. Then one old man from that family, he came. Maharaj, Namaste, how are you? And being typical Indian questions. Where are you from? So looking at the atmosphere, I changed my address. I am from Vrindavan. Oh, you are from Vrindavan? Then I get more respect. We must know how to bluff. Oh, Bhagavad Gita is nothing but bluff. He did nothing. Arjuna unnecessarily cried. Okay. So, second question. Vrindavan has changed so much, is it not? Last 40 years, I was there. Now Vrindavan has changed so much. I said, Babali, please come with me. I took him near the sink where he washed hands. A big mirror. I said, look into the mirror. 40 years before, was it the same? See, friends, we never experience, we are changing. See? And therefore, a pathetic joke of the old people. I don't feel I am old. You cannot. Because body is inert. Prakriti has to undergo vikruti. You can't stop it. But what happens? We make a hodgepodge khichdi. I, the experiencer, and body, the experience, together we say, people call me old, but I don't feel old. You cannot. Because you are divine. Jabardasti, I am divine. If you get married, then you will understand what it is. Friends, recognize all changes are recognized with reference to a stable factor. Every day you can experience this. Two cars are going parallel, same speed. They will never experience the movement. One car going on the road, and there are lots of trees and things, you will feel the speed. Because changes are established with a reference to the changeless. But when we feel, when I was young, who was young? The body or you? When I was a teenager, who was teenager? The body. We are the same. Therefore, buddhyadinam swarupamyo vivinakti satatvavit. He who is thus able to recognize, vivinakti is able to discriminate. See? The discrimination is discussed in our scripture different ways. One is called as Tila Tandula Nyaya. Tila Tandula Nyaya means one boy was given work by his mother. Go to the shop, get sesame seeds and rice in 2 packets and bring it. He went, got half a kilo sesame seeds and rice. Put in a newspaper box, a packet, put them in one bag, put it on his bicycle and came home. So naturally it was dashing with the bicycle and both the container, the newspaper, they broke and they mixed together. So he said, take mummy. Mummy said, you have made a mess of it. Then what should that be happen? Now separate them. So separate rice and the sesame seeds. This is Tila Tanduranya. Easy to understand. Second one. The milk and the water mixed together. Separate them. Little more efforts are required. Then you can separate them. Now, next one. Separate the waves from the ocean. What will you do? The ocean itself is called as waves. Are the waves having independent existence, independent of the ocean? No. Separate the ocean from the water. Can be separate. The water itself is called as the ocean. Exactly the same way, I, the divine, and I, the soul, you cannot discriminate because they are not two. One is real, other is an illusion. See, illusion appears to be real, but it is not. See, my friends, it is not difficult. We give undue importance. Therefore, take my favorite example, man and husband. Man is the reality, husband is an illusion. Can we separate the man from the husband? See? Every day we can recognize this. Therefore, बुद्ध्यादीनां स्वरूपं यो विविनक्ति सतत्ववित् स एव मुक्त एव इति एवं वेदान्तेषु विनिश्चयः. Therefore, what is liberation? Liberation is only this much. Don't take life seriously. Okay? What for we are here? For time pass. What is the meaning of time pass? Where victory and defeat are equal. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. Slowly and steadily, we will develop a faculty by which we will stop reacting in life. Then we will start acting in life. And from that acting, we get name, fame, wealth, appreciation, popularity, like the actors have. Because they are actors, they are acting. See? But the same actors, when they are fighting among them, they start reacting. And as a result, they lose everything. Exactly the same way. This is only one way to lead spiritual life. Bhagavan Krishna's life, Rama's life. Same thing. Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Leela means it appears happening. Many years before, I was in Mathura. That time I was very small. And for the first time I saw the Ram Leela. So very excited. Those days electricity was not there. Only those gas battis, what they call, that was there. And in the open area, the Ram Leela was going on. Stage, they got lot of lights hanging here and there. And interval. The theme was our Hanumanji has gone to meet Sita in that forest to talk to her. So the story came up to there. Then there was an interval. So immediately the curtain fell down and till it started this time. So I as a child wanted to see Sita and Hanumanji really. So because it was all dark, nobody knows. So I went behind that stage. Wanted to see how it is. Then you know what happened? Hanumanji and Sita, they were down the stage. Then Sitaji took out bidi and asked Hanumanji, "Hey Hanuman, Maji's card, take out the mastic." And then Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam, Ek Kash Ganga Snanam. And when I saw that, it was the shock of my life. Imagine Hanumanji, Sitaji. But I saw, I said, my God. And then the bell rang, so it has to open. So while going on the stage, Hanumanji said, I came in the front. And then, hey Mati, I thought he will say, Maji's card. See, friends, the life is only a drama. Ours is a satsanga drama, as if you are listening. But for all recording, yes, there will be a happy satsang from this day to that day, and all those who are listening, they will be going out, realized, you also come. And after that, where my slippers have gone? People come here to take away slippers. See? Swamiji, what you teach is all over. Because I went, somebody has taken my slippers. Why this happens? Because you put on slippers. Come without slippers. That is the reason in our tradition, people go to temple with old dilapidated slippers. For what? They leave it there and see which one is better. That is what called as evolution. Saiva mukta devam vedanteshu vidishchayaha. Therefore, no, this is more important than anything. Evam cha sati bandasya kasya ityadi kutarkaja vidambana drudam kandya kandanokti prakarataha. Therefore, talking on rubbish. Who is bound? And how this bondage can be removed? All this is vidambana nonsense. Our Gaudapadacharya in his Karika on Mandukya Upanishad, similarly the same mantra comes in Yoga Vasishta, where most beautiful. Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthana. Nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, nobody is seeking, nothing is sought. Then what it is? Nothing. But all the time, somebody, can you tell me by looking at my palm when I will get realized? Oh, you can never get realized. See, friends. Therefore, all this kudargaja, unwanted logic and questioning should never be entertained. Vrutte sakshitaya vritti prag bhavasya cha stita bhuvutsaayam tata jnosmi iti avasa ajnana vastuna. That which is eliminating the presence and the absence of the thought, both. See? There is no anger, that I know. But something goes wrong, there is anger, that also I know. So who am I? When I get identified with the anger, I become angry. When I get identified with the absence of the anger, I become quiet. Then who am I? Identified one, or who is experiencing the anger but not becoming an angry person? This is what we told in simple words. Experience without experience. It is not that the wise people don't have pain. They have pain, they have miseries, but they don't become miserable. See? Like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, in his last days, he was suffering from cancer, And there is to be naturally pain. So all the devotees will say, Thakur, why don't you tell mother to relieve you of this pain? He used to say, I don't have pain. How can I tell her? Because what we were looking at him as somebody. But what was his experience? He is nobody. This is spiritual life. But small little things are enough to upset us. And then we want constant recognition. We want appreciation. Don't get carried away by this. And for that we told you a simple Mahamantra. Do not talk about your past. Swamiji, just now you told one example. What about that? I heard that question. Now listen. That experience of your life from which you have learned is wisdom. Wisdom is light. Impressions are heavy. Impressions create a personality. Wisdom releases us from the personality. So, if we take every experience of our life from what we learn, then Guru Maharaj is born in our heart. See? Bhagavan Dattatreya was asked. This topic comes in Bhagavad Mahapurana, 11th canto. He was so relaxing, cheerfully lying down, nothing to do, nowhere to go. The Yadu king was moving and he asked, Sir, how come you have nothing and you are so cheerful and happy? What is the secret? He said, because I have nothing, I am happy. Oh, who is your guru? Who taught you this? He said, I have got 24 gurus. And the most important, he doesn't say who taught me what. He says what I have learned from whom. Therefore, Guru is our ability to learn from every single experience. If this is taken as our devotion to the Guru, then alone we are walking spiritual path. Recognize this. The food is in the plate, hunger is in the stomach. By looking at the food, your hunger will not go. It must go and land where the hunger is. Guru is the Himalaya of knowledge. But knowledge is with him. It must come in us. The knowledge can come in us if we learn from our every single experience. See? This, our ability or inability determines what we are. Bhagavan Shankaracharya describes 4 types of disciples. Uttam Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, Adam Adhikari and Adhamadam. Uttam, the best. The best student is the one who in one go he catches everything. No discussion, no confusion, perfect understanding. Uttam, best one. The second one is mediocre. He has to practice again and again. The third one is dull. He doesn't understand anything. And the fourth one is the super. He understands exactly opposite. What can you do? Guru is the same. See? Therefore, don't push the Guru away. See, try these simple things in life. In a school, there was a group of children in a class and co-education, small kids, 5-6 years. Naturally, they will be fighting. And when they are fighting, lot of chaos, noise. So one child said, "Hey, Miss is coming." Everybody quiet. As if nothing has happened. She has not come. but only he told she is coming. Enough, everybody quiet. Now apply this principle to yourself. That whatever we talk, whatever we do, whatever we think is known by the Lord before it is not spoken or done. See? That is our devotion to the Lord. Then what will happen? There will be nobody born. नैव किंचित करोमीति युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् कृष्णन् गच्छन् स्वपन् स्वचन् प्रलपन् विसृजन्. All that is happening, नैव किंचित करोमीति. That is what we told, that action without a doer, knowledge without a knower, joy without an enjoyer, experience without an experiencer is God realization. वृत्ति साक्षितया वृत्ति प्रागभावस्य च स्थितः बुभुत्सायां तथाज्ञोऽस्मीति आभास अज्ञानवस्तुना. Therefore, when we are able to recognize this reality, this is called Lord Shiva, Paramatma. These four shlokas, they were from Shiva Purana. असत्यालंबनत्वेन सत्य सर्वजडस्य तु साधकत्वेन चिद्रूपः सदा प्रेमास्पदत्वदः आनंदरूप सर्वार्थ साधकत्वेन हेतुना सर्वसंबंधवत्वेन संपूर्ण शिवसंहिता. So what is the Shiva? What is Paramatma? What is Bhagavan? Whatever name you use. What is called in Vedanta as Brahman is called as Paramatma as Yoga, is called as Bhagavan in Bhakti, and is called as Shiva anywhere. So, the teacher tells here, Asatya alambanattvena satya. That which is supporting the unreal is the real. Vedanta is not complete unless you have a snake and a rope. Without snake and rope, Vedanta cannot be complete. The snake for the disciples and rope for the guru. The snake will go and bite the disciple over. When the disciple goes, then what will the guru do? He will get frustrated. He will hang himself with the rope and the story is over. So in the snake and the rope example, rope is the reality, satya, and snake is superimposed through imagination. See? Therefore, asatya alambanattvena satya. That which is supporting the illusion of the relativity is absolute satya. Then, sarva jadasya tu sadhakatvena chidrupaha. Anything inert is established only when it is known by somebody. Therefore, Paramatma is Sat as well as Chit. And Sada Premaspadadvata Anandaha. And Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. We love ourselves the most because we are the source of ultimate bliss. Therefore, the fourth thing, Sarvartha Sadhakatvena Hetuna Sarva Sammadvatvena Sampurna Shiva Sanjita. And therefore, the Shiva, the Lord, the Paramatma, the Bhagavan, the Brahman, Sarva Sadhakatvena. Everything is established because of this reality, and therefore, Paramatma, Shiva is Sampurna, infinite. Friends, infinite cannot be defined. Infinite defies all laws of nature, all laws of mathematics. Infinite plus minus anything you can delete. Neither can you add, nor can you take away. This is our essential nature, and this is called as the Kutastha Chaitanya. Therefore, slowly and steadily we have to come out of this mess. Whatever we are supposed to do it cheerfully, happily, relax. See, in Bombay, I have distributed a big poster. Only one thing: relax, relax, relax in 3 colors. Put in your house everywhere, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, everywhere. Relax. Getting disturbed? Relax. Okay. You know that tabla has to be under tension, then only the sound comes out. But only while playing, not all the time. When the job is over, make it relax again. In the same manner, when there is a need, be active, dynamic. When there is no need, relax. But we continue to be tense throughout life. See, friends, इति शैव पुराणेषु कूटस्थ प्रविवेचिता जीवेशत्वादि रहिता केवल सप्रभशिवा. Therefore, in man there is no husband, no father, no son, no brother. Man is infinite. Now from this come to the absolute. In me there is no jiva, no jagat, no Ishvara. I am not because of anything. Everything is because of me. I am not because of my wife. I am not because of my parents. I am not because of my children. But if I am not there, they have no value. This ultimate reality is our essential nature. Therefore, iti shaiva puranecha kutastha pravivechitaha. Kutastha is distinctly brought out in the Shiva Purana. What is that? Jiva, Ishvara, Adi, Rahitaha. So these 3 factors, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, all of them are redundant. See? If there is, now take these 3. These 3 are mutually dependent. Jiva is there. To live the Jiva, we require Jagat, so Jiva Jagat. And they are to be controlled, otherwise there will be chaos. So to control the Jiva and the Jagat is the Ishvara. 3 factors. Now who are we? Are we Ishvara? No. Are we Jagat? No. We are the Jiva. Now we have to accept the Jagat as it is. We have to not compete with the Ishvara. Then what will happen? The Jiva will slowly dissolve. Because Jiva's existence is in relation to the Jiva and Jagat. Jagat and the Ishvara. If the wife goes away, what happens to husband? Nothing, is dissolved. Slowly and steadily, we come to discover that we are miserable as somebody. The only spiritual practice is remain as nobody. You will never be miserable in life. Why we become somebody? We want to prove something to somebody. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Relax. See, more than any Mahamantra, this is better. Relax, relax. So, jivatvadi rahita kevala saprabhashiva. Maya bhasena jivesho karoti shrutatvatah mayika viva jivesho swachauto kachumbhavata. So this Maya creates out of one reality the Brahman, Jiva and the Ishvara. Now see what is Jiva Ishvara. Brahman, the ultimate reality with its own infinite potentiality, is called as the Ishvara. And the same Brahman with the finite potentiality is called as the Jiva. So both of them, like the same man is a son to his father and he is a father to his son. Has he become two? Man is one. In the same manner, Brahman, the reality is one. With the position of the creator, he is Ishvara. With the position of the created, he is the Jiva. But if the Brahman is removed, neither Jiva nor the Ishvara. Therefore, reality is the truth. And therefore, we have to discover both of them in us. How? Jiva is the slave. Ishvara is the master. In Mundokopanishad there is a mantra. Dva suparna sayuja sakaya samanam brukshe parishashvajate tayo anyam pippalam swadumati anashnan anyaha avichakashiri. On a tree, on a branch, there are two birds. They are exactly alike and always live together, never separate. But the difference is, one bird is constantly perching on the fruits of that tree, and when the fruit is tasty, aha, when the fruit is bitter, constantly up and down. The other bird does not perch on any fruit. That tree is you and me, and the branch is our heart. And on that branch there are two, Jiva and Ishvara. The one who is purging the karma phala, becoming joyful or miserable, is the Jiva. And Ishvara, he is eliminating both joy and sorrows, but he is not becoming joyful or sorrowful. So what is the spiritual practice? Let there be experience, but let an experiencer be not born. When experiencer is born, a personality is created. And personality is further concretized when we talk all the time about our past. And the more we entertain our past as real, to that extent our ego becomes strong. And the symptoms of a strong ego is they become vulnerable to every small little thing and become very easily hurt. Those who get hurt easily, they are strong egos. Bhagavan never gets hurt. You call him Krishna avatar or the Pig avatar, the Varaha avatar or Bhagavan. He doesn't get disturbed. Because he alone supported everything. The story comes in when Bhagavan Krishna was eating this soil, mitti, Yashoda Maya got angry and started scolding. I think in your last life you must have been a pig. Because pigs eat the soil. Bhagavan Krishna was worried. Did she recognize me? And therefore he opened his mouth and created an illusion for her, so he forgets about it. But suppose somebody calls us bad name, I will teach you a lesson. See friends, honor or dishonor is our own imagination. We are neither honored nor dishonored. Remain relaxed. And that can be possible when we do not become extraordinary. Remain ordinary. Like the glass. If you see the glass transparent without color, water transparent without color, keep the glass in front of the green cloth, it is green, water is also green. Take it out, put it before the blue cloth, it is blue, no problem. See? So whatever role we have to play the role perfectly well, but don't get entangled in that role. This is the only way spiritual life can be lived. But we get so much buried in one particular role and grow out like this. The other day when I went to Nana Nani homes, they are all old people are living. And what are the signs of the old people? They don't listen to anybody. He starts his story. The other one, chup. He starts his story. His story. And it's a great fun to for us to watch. He says, when I was in America with my son, I went only once. Once I stayed there for many years. The third one, again, I have moved to so many countries. I. Constant clashes. Not ready to listen to anybody because my I is so fat, it has to bring out everything. Therefore, this technique, and I told him, I gave mantra that particular day. So before this day, don't talk anything. After the talk was over, Swamiji, do you remember in Bombay when there were two girls with Narayana and there was a question, how can there be Lakshmi Narayana, one more girl, remove that. But then you came and told, no, Narayana had two wives. One Bhumi and second Lakshmi. So she can remain there. And they were so happy. Swamiji, I was so thankful to you that time. Do you remember that daughter was my daughter? I said, where is she? Unfortunately, she died. You should have died later. Constantly living in the past. See, friends, I am not giving any mantra in your hand, no mala, not telling do this, nothing. Only learn to remain in the present. Present without past and the future is presence. The presence is our essential nature. So, Maya Masena Jivesho Karoti Sudasrataha Maika Viva Jivesho Sachoto Kachu Bhava. Therefore, the same Paramatma is both Jiva and Ishvara. They are of the nature of the purity. Annajandam mano deha swacham janda tathaivato maiko vapi sarvasmat annasmat sachata gatao. Now the concluding portion we will take it in tomorrow's concluding session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.